Well, it changes because they're not involved, but it doesn't change from an overall process standpoint. Yeah, we look at this as an opportunity to see how deep our squad is, how big our squad is, how we've been training, and it'll be next man up, and nothing will change.
Is there an update on Hirving Lozano and Andres Reyes, and is there a timeline for Martin and Martin?
Yeah, Irving is making next steps, so now he's limited in training, right? So he's back on the field officially, and then Andres is making progress, but nothing definitive yet. And in regards to Marcus, he's got a lower body injury, so he's going to be out for some time. We don't know exactly how long that is, so we'll take it week by week, but he won't be back anytime really soon.
And then for Andres Reyes, he's not traveling with the team this weekend either. He's not playing.
Yeah. Those three guys are out for this weekend.
So it'll be Ian Pilcher probably kind of stepping up into that center back role.
Yeah, well, you guys will see the starting lineup when we take the field, but plenty of guys are going to get opportunities, and again, that's a massive part of our philosophy. So we're really excited.
And then you have academy kids training today. Have you gotten a chance to check them out or just kind of talk to them or any other families?
Yeah, as a staff, not with their families. We've been mostly interacting with them in the meal room and watching them train, and we're really excited about this generation and facilities coming more and more to life with the young kids coming in.
What challenges does Austin FC bring?
Challenges they have a big. They play in an expansive shape, so a team that creates a lot of space. I think they're a team that defending has been pretty good, right? They have good defending metrics. They cross the ball a lot. I think they're the highest crossing team in the league. So ultimately, it's how we're going to press them with the amount of space that they use. How we deny crossing situations, how we then protect the box in terms of dealing with crosses, and then most importantly, how can we go there and dictate tempo, dictate possession, and try to play with initiative.
And what's your biggest takeaway from your team's performance through 4 games?
That we play with initiative, that we have a clear style of play and identity, and that we have a fighting team spirit.
Any messages to Godoy yet after his victory against the U.S. men's national team yesterday?
Yeah, I congratulated him. That's always important when you win for your country.
Just, I think I have this right. You and Nico, the head coach at Austin, you guys were together?
We did a camp in September together.
In September?
When I was in term.
Okay. So any thoughts on just facing somebody you've been around a little bit like that?
Yeah, I mean, you get used to that in this. You end up being friends and or close acquaintances with a lot of your colleagues. So he's a really intelligent guy, really good family guy, smart coach. So it'll be a great challenge.
He had some high praise for you in his media session. I don't know if you saw it. He said it's such a great opportunity to face one of the best teams in the Western Conference. I'm guessing you'll take that compliment, or maybe a little psychology, or both.
I don't listen to anything or read much, so I'm actually a bit oblivious to that. That's very nice of him. At the end of the day, we always do the same. We just focus on ourselves, try to play the best game that we possibly can, stay within our style of play, and make sure that there's a fighting team spirit about us.
And Vasquez, just as like a physical challenge, you've seen different shapes and sizes of strikers this year. What kind of challenge does he present?
Yeah, I mean he's a big guy. He's good in the box. He wants to run for his team, and he's a proven goal scorer in the league. Scored goals in Liga MX. He's been with our national teams before, so he's a very good player. And what it does is it presents an amazing opportunity to see how we can step up against a challenging target number 9.
Is there a difference between a fighting spirit and an underdog mentality?
That's a good question. I mean, I think that line can be, I think in life, no matter how talented you are or how up you are, if you have a fighting team spirit or you have this underdog mentality, you always give yourself a chance. At the end of the day, we're going to have good games and bad games technically and tactically, because that's life. But what should be non-negotiable is our fight, and having that spirit of being humble, being respectful of the game and of the opponent and of our community, and making sure that we're always giving a huge effort.
Is it easier to summon that or to get that in your players when you're down 4 or 5 guys like you're going to be coming up here Sunday?
I think that it can maybe emerge a bit more on its own, but at the end of the day, to have that spirit, it has to be every single day. Every single day you come in here, because that's a habit. You can't turn it on and off. If you try to turn it on and off, you'll always end up short.
I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing the word expansion club, but for depth for an expansion club at this point, it's been impressive. Oni coming off the bench, we were able to rotate fullbacks. Now with injuries, international break, what kind of moment does this game against Austin kind of give those guys to get another chance to show they deserve to be in the starting 11?
Yeah, again, a massive opportunity, and that's how we look at it. And we aim from the beginning with Tyler and with Mark to develop a big squad, and the ways that we do that is one, get players who can play multiple positions. I think we've seen that, right? But also to make sure the training environment is training everybody all the time, and not to be afraid to use the bench during games. And I think we've been pretty true to our word on that.
And you've been able to raise the level of this club very quickly to the point where you guys are disappointed that you're still undefeated and getting a home draw. How have the players been able to get to that level of, that's the expectations, you guys want 3 points every week?
I think taking ownership over the process and over the project. I think being connected to Right to Dream and having a purpose behind what we do really engages everybody, not only their feet and their talent, but their minds and their hearts too. And so we all understand the responsibility we have, not only the community of San Diego, but the community of Right to Dream, and to make sure that we help that mission shine and this community shine.